All right. I'm always afraid that the camera's gonna catch me like spaced out, and I think it just did. Oh well. I had a good run. I'm usually ready. I've got my best Zoolander face on. I don't know. All right. Well, I got the lives going up. Changed my setup here a little bit, so I'm not looking to the heavens as much. We'll see how it works. I guess I'll see tomorrow when I edit. I'm apprehensive because I hear one of my kids stirring. And as I have said before, what time do I need to do this at? All right, but I digress. It's that time of the week. It is time for the weekly ramble.
The weekly ramble.
What a week. What a couple of weeks. What a year. Yeah. I don't know. It's I'm not gonna come on here and bitch. Yeah, so sometimes things are more difficult than others. And I've been feeling the strain of that lately. So I've been hanging back on some things as I maneuver and figure out which way is which. But I spent a lot of time in the studio this week. Like that was part of the balance I was putting in order. Just and that's such a tricky balance. but but yeah, it's cool. I was working on larger pieces, and I've got I've still got that Big League Chewing Gum series going, which I realized has slowly become about nicknames for me a little bit. I've always liked nicknames, and I've always liked the origins of them. And it's funny, in to this day, if we are friendly, you will probably get a nickname. I like I've always enjoyed naming things. And I guess I've always enjoyed the naming of things, which is something I got from my dad. He always changes everything's name. And yeah, which I found hilarious. I still think my dad is hilarious. So I hope my kids find me that way. I probably am to them for now. They are hilarious. They've been making little films, and the films keep getting better. Little, they're not quite animating yet, but it's so cool to watch. It's so cool. I don't know. It's very inspiring. Always. So I always have that little well. Thankfully. Yeah. My mind is foggy, I guess. I was watching these TikToks. They're funny because sometimes it doesn't, some people, if they do it well, it takes you a minute to realize they're selling a product. But there was this one about mushrooms, and it had this guy from Joe Rogan, and then like I was faintly paying attention, but once I realized it was an ad, I'm like, oh man, that's an AI thing where they put words into a, like Joe Rogan, or this was a guest, and he was talking about these mushrooms and how they would evolve your brain pretty much, and things like brain fog would go away. which, yeah, I didn't really know what that term meant until I took my ADHD meds. And I was like, oh, you mean mornings? You mean daylight, pretty much, which is, yeah. And then I thought about why that happens. And it's so ADHD, you're not getting the dopamine. So daylight, generally, I'm doing things that do not give me dopamine. But as soon as studio time hits, I'm getting extreme levels. I was thinking about that as I was sitting there because I was happy. You know what? I didn't even run this timer. All right. Well, we might go long or short. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I'm off. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like that the thing of brain fog and how real that is. Now, I was telling a friend that prior to being diagnosed, I really thought it was all BS. I didn't believe I had anything, but yeah. So that's weird. Weird. That's what I have to say. My gosh. I got my prints in this week. I've been doing prints, and so it was cool to see them printed on the paper. And um for well, I'm not going to take them out, but yeah, they printed so nicely. So a lot went into that decision making. It's funny because I came from the world of photography, and that's how I started with my art. So it's funny to get paintings printed. I've done it. I've had prints in the past through my website, and that's kind of weird because I don't ever see those, and that's what made me kind of stop it. I didn't. I'm sure it was fine. It's the same lab that I'm using, but and I know how to put output because like these came out how I wanted them to. But yeah, the main thing is it felt pretty frivolous to just put out prints. It was mainly by request. Somebody would ask if I could make this into a print, and I'd put it on there. But I don't know. I was like, I think if I'm going to make prints, it should feel more special. So, yeah, I've been limiting them and retiring them, and that's fun. I feel like I don't know. Those should have a ceremony for each piece. Happy retirement. You should get it a Hawaiian shirt. And, yeah, I've had some funny painting ideas I need to work on. Now that I think about the Hawaiian shirt, I think a Hawaiian shirt series would be good. But yeah, I've got it's funny with ideas. I try not to talk about them too much because then I feel like they don't get made. Like that somehow kills the energy. And the thing is, I've seen that happen a lot. So yeah, I won't talk about it too much. It's always something stupid. Like I had people like Han Solo drinking a beer, that type of thing. And so then I just kept. People were holding chickens for a while. I sold most of those, except the original the original suggestion was Roy Jones Jr. holding a rooster. And then I love the way that spurred, because what happened was my friend asked me what it was on Instagram. And so I told him, he's like, oh, that's cool. And then the next day, I had somebody else holding a chicken. And I think it was Pee Wee Herman. And then he says, I feel like you made this just to mess with me. He was right. That is one of my favorite ways to make art, is to push funny buttons. I'm not a I've never been a shock artist, or even I guess that's what bothered me in photography. I recently uploaded those photos to my website, but so I did this gas mask series, and yeah, everybody would talk about how dark they were, and I actually got a show canceled before it was even shown, and yeah, that was heartbreaking. I almost quit. I almost quit art until I got a grant with those same images, and yeah, I didn't quit art. Give an artist $7,500 for making stuff that he's been told not to, and here we are. I love the other night I was on, and somebody said, "Are you just talking to yourself?" And yeah, kinda, which got me thinking that during the course of the day, I talk to myself a lot, and I've always done that. It's weird, the conversations I have with me. But I think this is partially an extension of that. Yeah, I don't know. That, I guess part of I'll talk about a conversation I was having with myself. Um, this is getting very meta. This all right. This is the ramble, so I can go on tangents. It's allowed. I'm enforcing the rules on myself. That's funny. See, I lost myself. But yet the rules. Here's something about the rules. I was making these big league chewing gum cards, or I still am. And so I was doing them 8x10, and they were more like the size that that famous Babe Ruth one is on. But so I was like, man, I like these. So I went to the store with my gaggle of kids. And of course, I can't focus when they're around, like on menial things, on most things. I don't know my name sometimes, but I love them. They're great. They're chattering right now for some reason. I'm really annoyed at that. But so we're at the store, and I go to get my canvas. And of course, whenever I take my children anywhere, they tax me. And I I think I bought $14 in supplies. And then my total bill was $35, and was stuff they wanted, candy, and it's very annoying. But it's hard to say no for me. So I grabbed the canvas I needed, and then when I went into the studio, I was like, oh man, these are 12x9, which are longer than the 8x10s. And I was like, man, well, that's not the proper size. And then I started laughing, because I was like, when have I ever cared about a rule like that? And so I just started making them 12x9. And yeah, rules. There you go. So yeah, the hell with the rules. Yeah. I liked that conversation. It was good. Yeah, I've been thinking about this thing, this this ranting and not rambling. It's not a rant. I don't come on here and get angry. Really, it happened one night when it was the first time I got a comment and that I could see because I can't always see them. Like I can see in the peripheral, um, but yeah, it was in the little. I think it was Twitch, and it was spam. And so yeah, I didn't blow too much of a gasket, but I was nonplussed. Now I'm afraid I'm going to run out of battery. Well, if you hear the audio out, I'm going to fidget with this while we talk. Let's see how well we can multitask. I'm going long anyway because I didn't start the timer on time. But yeah, I think I saw a comment there. Been enjoying all your rambles and video chats lately. And Freak Book, thank you. That's uh-oh. What happened here? Let's see. Oh, I'm still on. Yeah. I I multitask so well. Let's see. Yeah. If you are listening to the audio later, yeah, I live stream these if you don't know that. So that's who I was talking. That's who Freakbook is. He's on Instagram. Man. Okay. I am worried about the audio. This is not good use of rambling, is it? This is a pro. Okay, so but I will try to keep a cohesive thought here. Yeah, I was thinking about because I watch people talking about making content, and the guy was like, "The purpose. You got to know the purpose." And I guess I was agonizing a little bit over that. Like, oh my God, what is my purpose? And so as I was talking to myself in the studio, oh, this is great. My mind is de-evolving right now. But as I was talking to myself in the studio, I realized I was thinking about that because it's been on on my mind. I heard that maybe a month ago, you know. And I do look at the channels that I watch, they always have like their mission statement, like there's always like, I want to help people do this and that and this. And so I was thinking about what am I doing? I like that. I like that I do get people saying that these bizarre ramblings have helped them. It's cool. But that's an effect. I guess the purpose is to make all of this madness accessible, which it has not been. And I think I've tried to iron this out before when I'm rambling, which is another weird layer to all this is I say so much things and sometimes somebody says you said this and I don't remember saying that. But that's all right. Because I don't know. That's part of it. It's the beauty of it. Yeah. Then I was thinking about purpose as an artist, of course, is to make things. And so I've got that down. But this then becomes the extension and which is cool. But it's weird. It's weird to think about it all. It's weird to think about if you're doing it correctly. And then if you I don't know, let's see. I'm looking at comments, so I'll just read them. I think that works fine for the audio. Freakbook says, "I'd ramble with you sometime if you ever want to. Think we could have a good chat. Let's do it, man. I'll DM you. I usually have to do them at this absurd hour, so yeah. If anybody else is out there, come on. I enjoy the dual rambles. They're cool. Like yeah, especially meeting people whose names I've only seen and work I've only seen. So yeah, I'd love that. I like my new positioning because I could see the screen. Previously, see, I tried to the side. And that's weird. When I do the dual rambles, I notice that's why people have producers because you're listening, but then you're scanning for if somebody's asking a question or something, and then I'm like, man, I just look rude, and I don't want to. I don't want to be rude, but I think it's okay. But probably just another thing that I overthink. Yeah, I can overthink things like a champ. Yeah. Oh man, I forgot to do a few things today. I'll have to get on that. Okay, cool. What trying to think of other conversations I might have had with myself. I think uh, I think it's funny how much that comment um I don't know triggered this bizarre train of thought. I always think of this comedian. It was one of those shows where it wasn't Last Comic Standing, but it was before that. There was like a comedian thing, and one of my favorite bits was this older guy. Like he must have been in his 60s, and got this angry. It's got this angry old man vibe, and he says, "This is me having a passionate argument with myself." And so he starts to argue with himself. So he goes to this side of the stage and then goes and sits down, and they're arguing, and it's one of the most fantastic things I ever have seen. I loved it. Yeah, maybe I should emulate that. Maybe I should have the nightly argument. And this is yeah, the nightly art argument. That would be easy. Thinking about yesterday I talked about somebody had put nobody wants to see your process videos on like a it was like a meme, and so I love these blanket statement opinions, like, and so yeah, maybe I could you know, and it could be anything online because it's like, pineapples suck, and then it's like, no, they don't. And like, yeah, so I could emulate that, but with art, maybe. Uh, yeah, yeah. I am in a silly mood. I think I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, except I got all these silly ideas. I keep wanting to show the work, but after this, I'm going to do the triple art peak, which I haven't done in a bit. Yeah, I slowed down this week on a few of these nights, but I realized, and I allowed myself that because I remember when I first started doing this, calling it the nightly musing, and I'm pretty consistent. But I said if there's ever times where you're just not there, And sometimes I come on here regardless. It shows, I think. These clips will come back to haunt me, I guess. But um, but I don't know. I think I felt it necessary for myself to give myself that breathing room, keep fidgeting with stuff. Because I don't know. Like I said, sometimes things are tough. And so it's okay to hang back a little, not too much, because then everything will perish. That's my inner voice. Yeah, we argue a lot. Like, but yeah, that is one big truth, is that sometimes we're agonizing about something, and in the end, it's okay. I just wish it felt that way. It's funny. I watched Jerry Seinfeld talk about transcendental meditation. He's a firm believer in it. I was like, well, it's quite the endorsement. So pretty much, and I just read superficially, and I probably am going to read a little more about it. So I thought it was interesting, and so pretty much you find a comfortable seated position, and then you think about something like a mantra for 20 minutes. I was like, I dig that. So we used to meditate in taekwondo when I was younger, and once in a while, yeah. But I was like, you know, cool. So I got up, and there I am, got my comfortable seated position, meditating, and really, really in the groove there. No concept of anything. And then I hear this munchkin voice say, Papa. And I just stayed in it, and then she says it again, and just start laughing. I got 16 minutes into it, so that was good. But I was like, yeah, I was trying to meditate, child, but such is life. Part of why I am up at this hour filming these, but uh-oh, post ramble. That was an absurd episode, I think. So thanks if you were hanging in there. I'll bebop out of this, and then yeah. So bebop out.
Bebop.
Boom. Man, a few of you are awake. See you guys. Yeah, Freakbook, hit me up, man. Let's do it. I'm gonna do a triple art peak here. So I gotta work on that graphic. I just kind of threw it together. Underthought it.
Triple art
In the studio. Oh wow. I'm used to showing these on the phone. All right, well, that's I'll put him back here. That's Larry Bird. I was gonna make him into a tobacco card, but I'm just digging that. I might not fool with them. I'll give him fresh eyes in the morning. This was one of the ones I was going heavy at, but love that. Let's see. These other two are raw. Like Dr. J. A lot of times I spend a lot of time fighting my own textures, but there's always a payoff for me. So that'll be Dr. J when I'm done. But yeah, Love Dr. J. Dr. J was, I was telling somebody, but I did a big league chewing gum portrait of him. And so I was talking to the person, to my friend Steve, who shout out Danberg Steve from Connecticut. And God, talk about people. I did video chat with him once. That was cool. But anyway, I digress. But Dr. J, we had a coach in elementary, Coach Hill. And so, we do different sports, and we got to basketball, and he showed us these videos, and Dr. J was in the video he showed us. And because he was before my time, but I was just in awe. And that's why I paint him a lot. Yeah. And big league chewing gum. Lou Gehrig there. And yeah, I'm kind of focusing on those nicknames. Iron Horse. Love that. I'm having increasing fun with the big league lettering. Just love that. And just in general. I don't know. It's my latest obsession. And that's what I got. That is
Triple Art P.
I'll catch you on the next one. All right. Cool, man. Let me see who's on. Let me do some following. Let's see. Sickbird, Donnie Collectibles. Sickbird, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna look at them, and I like to look at them in since I paint at night, morning light, and then yeah, because it's a different vibe. Let's see here. Doing some follows. I'm so pleased. So many people are awake. I guess I'm on a little earlier. Man, some like when I do when I'm up at 4 or 5 a.m. Which yeah, not a surprise, but I'm following, and if you're watching, it's from my other Instagram account. Oh wow, those are sick. You might look at those. Yeah, I gotta get I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I gotta get a little tune for when we look at art. Because yeah. I think it's cool. 1 a.m. in Portland. I'm in Texas. So yeah, we're Central Time. So it's 3:08. Okay. Yeah, I usually catch the East Coast. So let's see. Let's see. I hear one of my kiddos again. Let me rest, children. Let me my quiet time. You won't even let me meditate, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was born in Chicago, so yeah, you'll see me rock. I'll rock a lot of shirts actually, but I've got a few Cubby shirts for sure. Your kids ramble at the same time, probably. My kids ramble constantly. Jesus, the energy. Not bad. Nice. I love card accounts. Here, let's look at some of these art ones. Let me see. That almost closed down. No. You ever hit a button and report someone by accident? and guilty. So if I've reported you, I'm sorry. Let me see here. Why is it doing that? Okay, well, that's easy enough. I can type that one. Let me see. We'll look at some art. Well, probably falling. Yeah, cool. All right, let's see. See, now I wish that screen was higher. Did it to myself. Let me see. Is that it? There we go. Okay, cool. Here we go. Ta-da! Yeah, this is, give him a follow for sure. Oh, these are awesome. Yeah. Nice. Love the colors. Love that. Let's see. Yeah, these are sick. Love that. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? But yeah, it does. It's awesome. These are super cool. You see, now I can't see the like button. There we go. We'll expand again. My screen's in the way. I lowered my screen. I guess I don't want to get up and do that. I remember the first, they weren't called dual rambles yet, but first podcasts. I was still figuring out my lighting, and so I had a light behind me, and while I was talking to my guest, the light fell on me, and and I'm glad it wasn't live because I just edited around it. But these are super cool. Love that. Let's see. So nice. Let's see. I hate that I can't. You should put the light button up top just to accommodate me. Nice. Love that. Oops. Too far, too far. Boom. All right. Very cool. Nice. All right. What else? And Freak Book. Man, do come on, brother. I don't know if you're still there. But yeah, man, let's ramble. Let me see here. We'll get a condensed. It's weird. I feel like the screen froze. Oh, it's because it's over there. Okay, I see. All right. Well, I'm looking at on Freebook's account now. I think. I don't know. This has been very disorganized. But I make no promises ever. All right. Yeah, man. What's going on there? Feel like I did it wrong. Cool. Well, congrats, man. "25 unique images." Love that. My kids and I like to draw monsters. It's been their childhood is so weird. Freak book. Yeah, man. Like I said, I want to make this into a segment, and I got to get Mr. Kid Mental to make me a tune, and we'll get that going. Yeah, man, these are cool. Oops. I like this. There we go. Nice. I love like figurative women. Once in a while, I go into a tear on those, and then once I was doing them, and they were nudes, and oh my gosh, the scandal. And so I kind of got annoyed at that, and I started to do like these Puritan women. So that's cool. Yeah, man. Well, cool, man. I look forward to bringing you on. I just need to pick a night. Love that. All right. I am actually gonna head into slumber. It's probably time. All right, I'm out of here, and I'll see you next time.
Bebop.